Hello, sir. What brings you in today?
I'm here for a job interview
Oh,
for Walton's Camp Grizzly Lodge.
cool. Tell us about yourself and your family.
Okay, my name is Bradley Temple. I'm 19 years old. I enjoy hiking, riding my bike, drawing, playing guitar with friends, and I have 3 older sisters who are all preschool teachers now. My mom works at an elementary school as an art teacher, and my dad works in packaging and label design.
Cool. All right, Bradley. Use 5 words to describe yourself.
All right, for this one I asked my mom, and the words she gave me were conscientious, creative, thoughtful, understanding, and diligent.
Have you ever been to a camp or worked at a camp? If so, tell us about your experience.
No, I've never worked at a camp before. I did go to a science camp thing in middle school, which was only for a week, but I really enjoyed being outdoors the whole week. And, all the activities they had going on there, like rock walls and hiking and whatnot.
Cool.
All right.
Describe your experiences working with children. Tell us about the last time you spent working with a child or a group of children.
Well, I've never had a paying job working with children before, but I've helped in my mom's art class a handful of times. I've also played guitar for my sister's preschool classes a few times. And the last time I worked with children would be babysitting my nephew Cruz. He's 2 years old, and I do that once a week.
What do you see as the major responsibilities of a camp counselor?
I think the major responsibilities of a camp counselor would be to make sure the campers are having fun and learning in a safe way and within the rules of the camp, and just to listen to them, and if they're having any issues, try your best to accommodate them.
What personal characteristics do you possess that make you a good camp counselor?
Well, some of my good personal characteristics would be I'm receptive. I will listen to what people have to say, adults and children alike. And I have no problem putting myself in other people's shoes and getting on their level. And I do my best to accommodate for other people's needs.
Hell yeah. Okay, we're good.
Describe your current place of employment as a place to work.
Yeah, it's an Ace Hardware, so it's pretty good for the most part. It's got good staff and good management, and it's a pretty healthy work environment, I think. And I've learned a lot about, how to help people out there. People come in a lot of times with issues from their house that I would not think that I have any input on, And just as you try and work with people and figure out stuff like that, you can, find the answer.
If you could make one suggestion to management at your current job, what would it be and why?
It's not really in management's control. It's more of a budget thing, but I'd say they could really use a security guard over there. There's a lot of theft that happens, and I don't think that theft prevention should really fall on cashiers and stock.
What's the most important thing you're looking for from an employer?
Just for them to be fair and respectful to staff, and I wouldn't want to be asked to do anything that my employer wouldn't do themselves. That's it.
Describe your experiences working and playing in the outdoors.
I really love going outdoors. I've been going to Henry Cowell Redwoods pretty much my entire life, and I also love Round Valley Regional Preserve, which is where I was with you when you told me about Grizzly Lodge.
Uh-huh.
And I love going outside just for however long I can, just to get away from day-to-day life and walk around for a while, touch grass, and look at, real scenery.
How do you feel about being away from home and committing to work the entire summer at camp?
Yeah, it'll be a challenge for me, but I also think it would be a really good experience. And the hardest part would be leaving my cat. He's not going to be happy about it.
If you could ask us one question about our camp, what would it be?
I don't have a lot of questions. One thing is I'm kind of an insomniac. I have trouble sleeping. So I was wondering if I could bring a bottle of melatonin or a couple bottles of melatonin with me so that I can, get up in the morning.
What is the number one reason you would like to work at Walton's Grizzly Lodge?
Yeah, I'd say the number one reason is just when you told me that you had such a fantastic experience there, it sounded right up my alley, and I could really use the time outside. And yeah, it sounds like a super fulfilling experience.
Tell us about the activities you have experience in, and of those, would feel comfortable leading with some training.
I would feel comfortable leading in guitar activities. I've been playing guitar since 8th grade. I can teach campers or play in a band. And I would also be comfortable being trained to lead in a ceramics activity. I'm taking a ceramics course right now in LMC, and I'm getting pretty good at it. And also archery. I have taken a course with my dad before on archery, and yeah, it was by a guy who apparently taught like Olympic archers, so that was cool. And I learned a lot.
What do you believe you will contribute to our summer camp if you're hired?
Well, some kids have a harder time being in groups and being away from home for a while, and I'm something of an extroverted introvert. When it's time to do activities and stuff, I can be, excitable and energetic, enthusiastic, but I also can relate to the kids that can't do that because they're having a hard time being around other kids. And yeah, I can make meaningful interactions with kids like that. Yeah, but I think I would be a great candidate for a summer camp counselor. Thank you for your consideration, and I hope to hear from you in the future.
Tell us about the activities you have experience in. And
Hold on, I was interrupting you. You gotta do it again.
Tell us about the activities you
One
have.
more time.
Tell us about the activities you would. What's the number one reason you want to work at Walton's Grizzly Lodge?
Yeah, I'd say the number one reason is, can I have the job?
What if like every time you do it, like I'll make a burp noise for you?
I can't even do it. I hate you guys.
You bully him. Oh.
Okay, well,
So much gassing. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna hang upside down and fart for a while.
Have you ever been to a camp or worked at a camp? Tell us.
don't interrupt me.
Anyways, if so, tell us about it.
Ask the question again, yeah.
What's the number one reason you want to work at Walton's Grizzly Lodge?
When I heard about this place, it sounded really fun. And it sounded like it would be right up my alley.
What else?
That's why I would like to work there.